$4,299. That's a beautiful number for me. That's the number of applicants who became self-sufficient through the support of Job Tour Stockholm in 2009. I can't say 4,300 because each individual counts. I think that we changed 4,299 lives. I think we can agree that's what it's all about, changing lives. My name is Helene Bengtsson and I'm head of the Labour Market Department in the city of Stockholm. And I'll just tell you a few success factors of the Job Tour Stockholm. We work with everyone on social welfare due to unemployment. We work for as long as it takes for you to become self-sufficient. It's a mandatory program and you come on a daily basis so that you change your bad habits. I think that many of you may argue against what I'm saying, but I hope that 43% of the applicants that came to Job Tour Stockholm will agree. Thank you.
We started having a brief review on the current legal situation in Germany concerning responsibilities for the long-term unemployed people. I then had the opportunity to present the organizational form we choose in Munich to take on the task of long-term unemployment. We talked about an integrated approach to both impediments and occupational integration. Within the social community centers, we proudly provide all probably needed social services in order to fight impediments and get people back to work. Finally, we had during the workshop an enthusiastic discussion if sanctions are really effective or if they may lead to unwanted side effects.
Good morning. So our contribution to today's learning community was really presenting the practical applications of helping people transition from welfare to work. The New York City Parks Department is a large system. This allows us to be unique in our approach. We're able to provide an on-the-job training opportunity and supportive resources within the same agency, helping us approach engagement from a building of human capital perspective. This is important to us as we're helping clients make changes in their lives and hopefully in their children's lives, serving as role models.
I suppose there are two things about Dublin which I can say. One is that unemployment went from 3% to 13% in 1 year after the crisis hit. And this has a big challenge for all of us. The second thing is, throughout the last 20 years we've developed a system of very effective local partnerships, 12 of them across Dublin. And my own organisation, Dublin Employment Pact, operates across the whole Dublin region, working with local organisations in trying to get people back to work or in high support type of programmes to try and tackle those pockets of places where just people cannot re-engage with the system. So that's what we do.
Hi, I'm Jim Rafferty. I'm from the city of Edinburgh in Scotland, and I had a workshop this morning at which I tried to explain a little bit about Edinburgh, the context, the economy, the labour market. And I did that to try and explain why we've adopted what we call a greater customer reach approach in the city, which is ways in which we try to reach out to parts of the population which we've called hard to reach. And I explained two different approaches to that in the workshop, and I had a really interesting discussion with the participants. In essence, what I was trying to say is that if we get the service right, then people actually aren't hard to reach. People are there and can be reached. And it's about how intelligent we are as service providers in reaching them. And I found the discussion really useful. I found it very interesting that many cities had exactly the same issues and problems, and I found that they all agreed that if you solve one problem, you solve many problems.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'd like to tell you a little bit about DAD and its project Revit. DAD is the matchmaking organisation for the Greater Rotterdam area. It positions itself very close to the employers and is very sensitive to their needs. It matches the needs that exist in the labour market and the competences that the job seekers have. Revit is their project in the harbour. It provides opportunities for young job seekers in ultimately not the most accessible industry, the harbour. It formulated a very strong partnership with the Shipping and Transport College and employers in the sector. It provides opportunities for job seekers on-the-job training on-the-job coaching, and a very viable perspective for what is ultimately a very well-paid job. For people living in the private neighborhoods, ultimately that's very important. The commitment showed by all the partners, and at the end, that is all about trust and creating commitment.
Hi, I'm Liz Coley with ResCare, one of the proud sponsors of this conference. We're an international company with a workforce of 46,000 employees. Each day we serve 65,000 individuals. I'm here to share with you our We Care program, which is operated with the City of New York. We Care is in its 5th successful year of operation. We serve 25,000 individuals each year. Although conceived as an employment program for people with disabilities, we see it as a program to help people to overcome their obstacles and move into employment. We Care is an example of a successful public-private partnership with a network of over 900 community-based organizations and hundreds of employers. From day one, we focus on what each individual can do, since most of the time they've been told what they can't do. Our innovative approach continues to inspire engaged communities internationally.
The recession changed the way we had to approach our unemployment business. We had to deal with a huge increase in volumes of people who had different needs, but at the same time we had to maintain our focus on those with the most complex situations and needs.
Integrated Service Response and Community Link is a coordinated cross-agency approach to help our most at-risk families and individuals deal with the underlying causes of their problems. It's about non-government agencies and government agencies working together in partnership to really help these families achieve their goals and their plans.
Hello, I'm Piet Larue. I'm working for the Public Center of Social Welfare in Kortrijk. That's not so far from here in Belgium. The Public Center of Social Welfare has since 2002 a legal task to activate and to integrate all youngsters who are below 25 years old. And the Public Center of Social Welfare has good results in activating because of a close cooperation with social economy companies in Kortrijk and the region. As well in quality as in quantity, the half of all beneficiaries are activated now, and we can offer a variety of jobs that are sustainable within the social economy.
Tore Svensgaard, I represent the Labour and Welfare Administration in Norway called NAV. The presentation today at the workshop was about mainly 2 topics. The one of the topic was about the huge reform we had in Norway regarding welfare and labour administration. So it actually is the biggest reform we had in public administration in Norway in the Norwegian history. And the other topic was about the qualification program and what we do now in Norway for citizens who's most distant from work and work-related activity. So we actually have very good results and a new day for about 7 out of 10 in the program. So we had a good workshop, good discussions, and it was very interesting with the feedback from the other countries.
Malmö's contribution is 8 initiatives tackling youth unemployment.
We've so let 1,000 leaders in Malmö open up their doors to welcome all the young people between 18 and 24 that's been a long time unemployed to come and join us, the people in Malmö working in the public sector. We welcome all the young people in different ways. We employ them, we make training for them, and we say, welcome, we need you. In the future, come and network with us, and we look forward to see you all.
Hello, I tell the story of Hajira Farzad. She's responsible for the job center in the region of Saint-Denis in the north of Paris. It's a region with 350,000 inhabitants. A lot of young people have no work, but the qualification. They have a lack of personal relationship with enterprises, so they can't find a job. So they make the project Passport for Work. And the project is that 40 young graduates meet with workers from enterprises. They signed a contract and they had a relationship like father-son, and they had sport events so that there was no difference between the youngsters and the people from enterprises, because they all did the sport. So there was a special meeting. There was a big success. 32 youngsters of the 40 find a job, and 8 need more education, and that's why the experiment will be continued.
The project I'm working on is basically the most simplest idea, and most of the times those are the best. What we are doing is making videos out of vacancies we have in our Rotterdam-Rijnmond area. We found out that a lot of unemployed people were very unsure about applying for a job because they didn't know what it actually was. Everything they get is on paperwork, text. And we found out that text is kind of hard for everyone. It's better to show just what you do on your job, and that's what exactly we are doing at our project right now. We're filming just an employee just for a day. He shows everything he does, and for an employer it's kind of easy to see what he's going to do. On this way we are very sure that more people apply for a job and the reputation of bad jobs are better.
Well, the most important but underappreciated elements of a full engagement program is the ability to use data to manage how well you do. It's a very practical consideration, which is how do I use the data that are in these very powerful systems we have? I mean, and today we really do have very powerful systems. Even in sort of the legacy systems that have been built from a long time ago, there's a tremendous amount of capability in those systems, tremendous amount of data, and what we need to do is be able to take that data and use it to understand what are our clients doing at every moment in time. What can we as an agency do with that client? Are we engaging them at all times? And with that data, there are many kinds of capabilities we can have, we can take advantage of from this data being in there, and be able to not only make sure clients engage in that data, engage in those activities, but be able to benefit from it.